Now, in our first few years of life, most of us are busy mastering the basics and trying to survive, walking, talking, eating with a spoon. And that's the parents I'm talking about. The last thing on our mind, though, or our parents' mind for that matter, when we're first born, is collecting passport stamps. But for one family, maternity leave was the best excuse possible to see the world, go on a trip. Irish nurse Karen Edwards and her Kiwi partner Sean Bays, and of course their tiny one Esme, one of the most well-travelled little people you'll ever come across, have joined us now. This is fascinating, guys. Karen, I mean, how did this happen? You were pregnant. Did you have Esme and they say, well, I'm not going to sit around for the next 3 months? Or did you always plan for this to happen?
I don't think I always planned for it to happen per se. I think we're both just really keen travellers, and we're kind of a little bit selfish in the sense that we didn't want to give up on our travel days. Esme was a bit of a surprise for us, and we had some travel plans already in the bag kind of thing, so we just thought we'd incorporate her into it.
So, Esme, you got in the way. And so they decided to go travelling. That's fascinating, isn't it? And how extensive was this travel? Because just to point out, Sean, you're from New Zealand, so you first initially came here, show off the newborn,
yeah,
and then you did the backpacking thing.
Yeah, so we packed up our home in London when she was 10 weeks old, and then we came via Singapore to New Zealand, and then we kind of had a base here, travelled around New Zealand quite a bit, and then from there we did like quite extensive travelling through Southeast Asia, and I think Esme has been to 12 countries now. Wow.
And Sean, when Karen said to you, do you know, I think we should go travelling, you were all up, or did you sort of go, whoa, hold on, no one does this?
No, I was all up for it. I love travelling as well,
yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's been fine. There was no issues really at all with it. She's a good little girl, and yeah, she loves it.
And it's interesting how you've come in with such a self-contained kit to entertain Esme. I mean, was this one of the biggest challenges? I don't know, stimulating, because most people have a living room full of toys.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's something that we found quite difficult, was having enough toys at certain points, especially on the plane and things like that, because, you know, they only entertain for so long, this little package. But I think actually while we were travelling, like, the different sort of sights, smells and sounds, like going through like Asian markets and things like that, they're all quite visually stimulating. So I think they were quite helpful in terms of keeping her entertained.
Because at that age it's all about those 5 senses, and of course you're surrounded by this this changing environment. What were the other big challenges?
Yeah, so we travelled with one backpack through Southeast Asia for the family because we just thought we can't have too much baby paraphernalia. And I think the biggest challenge for us was not having an argument about it being opened when it was already packed up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Sean used to always be very proactive in packing it up, and I'd always want something from the bottom of it. So that was our...
I got very good at repacking the bag. Had that down to a T, yeah.
It's fascinating, isn't it? What about, I mean, did you have your critics as well who said, look, A, Esme won't remember, and B, you know, you're being selfish because she should have a nice, quiet sort of home environment?
Yeah, absolutely. We've had lots of criticism as well, but I think we can answer them all, really. And people say she won't remember, but my answer to that is like we're kind of socially developing her. So I think she is slightly different from that experience.
I reckon a lot of your critics will be there'll be jealousy in that, because you had the guts to do this. And I mean, look at this little thing. You're just amazing. You're so good. You're so well behaved, aren't you, Esme? Fascinating. Now, Karen, you're not going to keep this to yourselves. You've set up a blog to try and help other parents as well.
Absolutely.
Who you know, take the risk, have the confidence to. What is it? It's called Travel Mad Mum.
Yeah, so it's Travel Mad Mum.
And you give top tips on this. Yeah,
I try to just kind of help out other parents and sort of inspire other parents to know that they don't have to give up travelling when they have a baby.
It's such a good idea. No plan to return permanently, Sean? Is life still London-based, or...?
Life is definitely London-based for the moment, anyway. One day, hopefully, we'll get back here.
And when you have another child, you'll pack 2 backpacks and do it again?
I would like to think we could do that. Obviously, it'll depend on finances, but yeah, hopefully.
Finances, yeah, of course. It's just fascinating. I really commend you for doing it.
Thank you.
And I hope a lot of people watching are thinking, well, if you're sitting there with a newborn at the moment, you're probably thinking, oh, I can't even contemplate it, but who knows? I just think it's fantastic. Good to meet you guys. That is Karen and Sean and gorgeous Esme. And who's this? Esme, who's this?
It's Baby.
Baby. Good name. Hey, nice to see you guys.
Thank you.